edge of the last horizon, when time folds in on itself, the old stories rise again like embers stirred from sacred ash. In the north, the horn of Heimdall sounds across the trembling sky, and Odin gathers the fallen as Fenrir breaks his binding chain. The world tree shudders, Thor meets Jörmungandr in thunder's final clash, while Surtur lifts his flaming sword to set the 9 realms alight. Ragnarok comes as foretold, wolf devours sun, serpent poisons sea, and even the All-Father falls to the jaws of fate.
Far to the south, beneath the turning wheel of ages, when Kali Yuga reaches its darkest breath, Vishnu returns as Kalki, rider on a white horse, a blazing sword sweeping corruption from the earth. Then Shiva dances the Tandava of ending, and all forms dissolve into the infinite, as promised. In desert winds the trumpet is destined to sound the Israfil call that none can escape. At the command of Allah, mountains scatter like sand, seas ignite, the sky is torn open, and every soul rises for the day written before time began. The scales set, the bridge stretched thin as a blade. Across the ancient prophecy of the book of Revelation, the seals break in their appointed hour. The Lamb, the Christ, returns in fire and crown. Armies gather at Armageddon as foretold in trembling ink. The beast rises, the final battle is joined, and death itself is cast into the lake of fire. Fire, 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 fire. In the fire-lit vision of Ahura Mazda, the end is written as Ashoka ready, the making new. A river of molten metal sweeps across creation, a trial none may avoid, each soul refined by truth. The lie is broken, Angra made you undone, and time itself is healed of its division. In clay-written memory beneath the gaze of Anu and Enlil, the decrees of fate are etched before kings ever rise. The epic of Gilgamesh whispers of flood and reckoning, when Enki warned of waters meant to erase mankind. And the storm sent by the gods remade the world in silence. Yet even in ruin, destiny is not ended but deferred. For what was written in the tablets of heaven must still unfold. In the songs of the Mayan cycles complete their count, the gods who formed humanity test their making once more. The sky darkens, the earth quakes in remembrance, and the age ends as others did before. Not chaos alone, but the turning of the great calendar, where endings are carved into beginnings. From the high Andes, the prophecy of the Pachacuti rises, a world overturned as destined in the breath of Viracocha. The order of things collapses into reversal, sky becomes earth, rulers fall into dust, and a new age emerges from the great upheaval as the cosmos corrects itself. In the Hopi mesas, the blue star Sakwasaupu appears, a sign written long before the present age. The earth trembles, spinning out of balance, and the faithful retreat to what is sacred and enduring. Fire and ash cleanse the land, and the fifth world waits beyond the ruin. And from the voices of many tribes, a weaving of colors foretold, the rainbow warriors rise when the earth is wounded deepest. Not gods of thunder, but keepers of balance, answering a call older than conquest or crown. They stand not to conquer, but to restore what was broken, as the living world itself becomes the final battleground. In the ancient tales of the Popovu, creation itself has failed before and will again. The makers return, testing, remaking, unmaking, until the final people stand or fall by their design. From the rivers of China, the telling the ending is not chance but decree. A battle written before the first dawn broke. Gods fall, worlds burn, oceans rise, stars darken, and the dead refuse to remain silent. From many tongues, one echo of certainty. The final hour comes as it was always meant to. A convergence of fire, judgment, and reckoning. And when the last clash fades into stillness, when prophecy has nothing left to fulfill, there remains in the ashes of every world the quiet, unbroken promise that something will begin again.